Good afternoon, everybody. It's Deb. Happy St. Patty's Day. I determined as I was looking in my closet today that apparently green is not my favorite color. Even though I really like green, I have nothing in my closet that's green. So I found my lovely Stronger Everyday, gosh, what are these called? I can't remember. It's a wrap. I can't remember. Motivate. They're Motivate wraps. Perfect. So I promised you another true confession today, and I'm just, really, I don't want anyone to put me on a pedestal because as far as, fitness and health and being perfect and poster child, because I'm so flawsome. I am so incredibly flawsome that I just have to keep it real with you. So here's the true confession. So I don't know if you saw, but when my son has been home all week for spring break. So he came home from college and I took him to the grocery store, I think last Saturday or Sunday. And remember I told, he's like, he kept saying, well, can I get this? Can I get this? And I said, son, you can get anything you want. It's spring break and you're home for a week and you don't have to ask. So he bought a box of Nutty bars. The Little Debbie Nutty bars. And he didn't just buy the regular size box, he bought the big box. And he knows that I love those. And so I made a comment. I said, I might have to have one of those. And he said, well, I figured you would. So that's why I got the big box. So I did, and I had one. I had one last weekend. So I'm in the cupboards today and I see the box of Little Debbie Nutty bars and I see that there's one left in it. And I took it out, I threw the box away, and I hid this. So my true confession is I hide food that I want. And my true confession is that I really want this. I love Little Debbie Nutty bars. I really do. So as I'm driving home from my errands today, I'm thinking about these Nutty bars. And I'm like, I have one of those in there. I could eat that when I get home. But the little Jiminy Cricket on my shoulder, he's like, Deb, so last week, I'm on my Bikini Body boot camp thing, getting ready for Punta Cana, the Beachbody Success Club trip. I mean, you want to go into your Beachbody Success Club trips with your best effort on your body, right? So I've told you guys, I'm dialing it in. I'm really amping up my workouts, really focusing a lot, doing some Brazil butt lift for the booty, and dialing in on my food. And so I did great last week. I was on point. I was, tracking. I was accountable. And then the weekend hit and it was my husband's birthday. So we went out to dinner and I got pasta because it was Friday and we can't have meat, right? So I had pasta and I had some dessert. And then on Saturday, again, we went out with some friends for his birthday and we had some pizza. Now I only had one piece of pizza and I had a salad. That was, I thought, a good choice. And then on Sunday, I can't remember what we did, but I think Sunday is the day I had the Nutty bars. And then Monday, see, it continues. It's like once you get on this pace. And Monday, again, my son, home from spring break, wanted to go to lunch. He wanted to go to Rancho Grande. And again, I only had one taco and rice and some chips. So I made a better choice than I normally would. I made a better choice. But basically, the effort that I put in the week before, and, I saw the scale move a little bit, which is good. I wanted to move the scale a little bit. I mean, not a lot. That was all undone. When I checked back in again, on Tuesday, I was like, okay, let me just see what the damage was. And it was all undone. So I'm just like, wow. So I got on the scale today because, again, I've told you, I don't weigh every day all the time. But when I'm trying to be on point and I'm trying to focus on something specific, it helps keep me on track to know what's going on. I'm obviously more concerned with, am I getting rid of, some of the winter fluff, and is my booty lifting up? And I'm still waiting for that to happen, but I'm optimistic. But, still, I kind of want to stay on track with that. So, got on the scale today and I was like, wow, it's back to where it was last Friday before all the damage began. So I was feeling really good about that. So back to the Nutty Bar story. So, I'm thinking, if it was in my everyday mode and I wasn't getting ready to go on vacation and all that, maybe I'd have another Nutty Bar. Maybe. Or maybe I could say, oh, look, there's one left, son. I saved this for you, because that's probably what a really good mom would do. But so as I'm on my way home thinking about this Nutty Bar, I realized to myself, well, you haven't had your Shakeology yet today. Haven't had your Shakeology yet today. Yes. And so I said to myself, self, here's the deal. Go home and have your very favorite, I drink chocolate vegan, that's my favorite. Have your chocolate Shakeology. And then if you still want that Nutty Bar, we'll see. And see, I know how the story ends, because whenever I have a craving, like usually it's for a Reese's peanut butter cup. I know that if I drink my Shakeology, I won't want that peanut butter cup anymore. And, sure, you could go ahead and eat it anyway, and that's really kind of more emotional eating, I think. But fortunately for me, like when I drink my Shakeology, I'm full. And I'm full, and my chocolate craving is satisfied, my sweet craving is satisfied, and I frankly, it's like, I don't want any more chocolate, right? I just don't want any more chocolate. So I said to myself, let's do it. So in case you're not familiar, I haven't made Shakeology for you for a while. So, oh, Abby, you just had a Nutty Bar yesterday. But see, Abby's a coach too, and coaches eat Nutty Bars. Yes, we do. But we make decisions, right? We're conscious. That box of Nutty Bars has been sitting in there all week, and I had my bar last weekend, and it's like, no, I'm not gonna have any more. But it's like once this is gone, it's gone, because I'm not gonna buy any more, right? Once he's gone back to school. So it's like, what I could even do is like put this back into its hiding place and save it for another day. I don't know. See, I'm telling you guys, don't put me on a pedestal, because the struggle is real. I fight the good fight every day. So back to my Shakeology. So I filled my Magic Bullet cup about so high with liquid, and my liquid of choice is water. Some people use almond milk or coconut milk, or any combination of healthy, good for you types of liquids are fine. And then I have my 365er × 2 canister. And you know what? It's Shakeology's birthday. I forgot to mention that. It is Shakeology's, let me think. Let's see. We have 7, 10. It's our 7-year, it's our 8-year. It's our 8th birthday. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, Jody. Correct me if I'm wrong. 8. We're 8 today with Shakeology. I've been a coach for almost 6 years. Shakeology's been around for 8 years, and Team Beachbody has been around for 10. It's another birthday. And then the Beachbody organization's been around much longer than that. So I digress. Back to my chocolate. So I'm having my scoop vegan chocolate, and you know what? In case you didn't know this, Shakeology is not a protein shake. It has 70 minerals and nutrients and superfoods and vitamins and antioxidants and prebiotics and probiotics, adaptogens and fiber and protein, and it has no chemicals, and it has no artificial anything. Not a protein shake. Not a protein shake. So I also does anybody have a big old bag of strawberries like this in their house? So I have my strawberries, and so you might think, since I have the Nutty Bar fetish, that I would be putting peanut butter in my Shakeology, but to be honest, I don't put peanut butter in my Shakeology. I like Reese's peanut butter cups, I like my Nutty Bars, but when I have my Shakeology, I just like it with fruit. I like frozen fruit in my Shakeology. And then I will follow you over here. I will get some ice. I don't like my Shakeology too icy, so see, that's what I'm doing. I will again turn you back over here. And, you know, this is a decision I'm gonna feel really good about, because quite honestly, when I think about eating this, I'm like, if I eat both these bars, I'm gonna have a tummy ache. I know I am. And they're gonna taste really good going down, and then a little bit after that, I'm going to have that, not buyer's remorse, but eater's remorse. You know, do you ever have eater's remorse? And I'm gonna be thinking about, you know, you made a commitment to yourself, you said you were going to, you know, dial it in, and you have these goals, and you made a commitment to your challengers, and you said you would be accountable, and you know that this is not getting you towards the goal that you've set for yourself. And see, that's the most important thing, is I think keeping the promises that you make to yourself, that builds your confidence. And when you don't keep those promises you make to yourself, that lowers your confidence. And I think that's why so many women, you know, that's one reason why a lot of women just feel bad about themselves, because they're on the struggle bus all the time, and they're trying, and they're making promises to themselves, and they're saying, I'm going to start my exercise next week, and I'm going to start eating better, and I'm going to do this, and then they don't. And they allow themselves to break promises to themselves. They would never think of breaking a promise to their kids, or to their spouse, or to their parents, or to their boss, but they break those promises to themselves. We do it all the time. I do it too. I absolutely, and so that's why, you know, last weekend, I broke all kinds of promises to myself. I said, you know, you're just gonna be on, you know, and I'm like, yeah, one cheat meal is fine, but, you know, a whole weekend, yeah, I made better choices than that. So, you know, I look at myself and I say, okay, I could just say, this is all for the birds, and I'm just like done with this. I'm just gonna go into Punta Cana and, you know, not eat, you know, but you know what? I don't do that because I have accountability. I have you guys, I have my challengers. I have 84 people in my challenge group, and they've all committed to do 40 days of fitness. And you know what? Everybody has their moments. Everybody has their struggles. Everybody has their temptations that they cave into. But you know what? We don't fall all the way out of our goals, because we can come back to our tribe. And so that's the beauty. So here we go. I'm gonna make my Shakeology. Plug your ears. The other thing I was gonna say too is it would be a lot easier to eat this. I mean, it's not that it's hard to make Shakeology. It's not. I mean, it's taking me longer than usual because I'm talking. But normally it's just, you know, I've got it down pat. I mean, I can make it in 60 seconds flat. But you know, quite honestly, coming home from shopping, you know, I could just tear this baby open and I'm done. But you know, it's almost just as easy to make your Shakeology. So, you know, we have all these excuses we tell ourselves. Well, I was so busy. I'm just too busy to make my Shakeology. You know, I have my challengers. They're like, oh, I've just been so busy. I'm like, well, come on. How long does it take? I don't even put it in a shaker cup. I just do. I love the vegan chocolate. I love dark chocolate, and it's got, to me, a richer, deeper chocolatey taste than the regular Shakeology. Everybody has their taste. Everybody has their preference. A lot of times people will say, well, what's your favorite flavor? Well, I can tell you what my favorite flavor is, but it may not be your favorite flavor. So I like all the flavors. I think all the flavors taste good. I definitely have my personal favorites. My husband has his, and they're different than mine. So that's why we have like a whole bunch of canisters over there. One of them's empty. That makes me sad. I'm out of my vegan tropical strawberry. So anyway, that's my true confession. And you know what? I should take a picture of this like every day that I don't eat it, to be accountable to you. Or I could send it home with my son. I could send it home. I could send it back to college with him. I don't know. There's just something about knowing it's there if I want it. I don't know. I'm telling you, struggle is real, but you know what? We fight the good fight and we fight it together. And that's what I love about doing what I do as a Beachbody coach and being a part of the community and a part of our tribe is I am never alone in the struggle. And as long as I've got a phone call, sorry. As long as I have people that are, you know, building me up, right? And on the same path as me, then together, hey, there's Tyler. My son, I have to take a look. He's like, don't turn that around. But you look so cool with your shades. I get distracted so easily. Anyway, surrounded by people on the same kind of mission, you can't fail. You just can't. The only way you can fail is if you remove yourself from the community, right? Because together we're stronger. So that's what I wanted to say today. That was my true confession. If you missed it, you're going to have to go back and watch. So happy St. Patty's Day.